Alright, Title 40, CFR 604205. What are the emission standards must meet with the emergency engine if I am the owner of the operative station compression ignition internal combustion engine? 604204. What are the emissions must I meet with the emergency engine if I am the owner and operative of the station compression ignition internal combustion engine? Or as an operative of the pre-2000 with the 7th model of the emergency situation compression ignition internal combustion engine with a displacement of less than 10 liters per cylinder that are not fire pump engines that must comply with the emission standard with the table 1 with the subpart owners operative of the pre-2000 for the 7th model year for the emergency situation compression ignition internal combustion engine with the displacement greater than or equal to 10 liters per cylinder with less than 30 liters per cylinder. There are not fire pump engines must comply with the Tier 1 emission standard with the Title 40 CFR 1042 with Appendix 1. Owners and operative of the 2007 model year and later emergency station with the compression ignition internal combustion engine with a displacement less than 30 liters per cylinder but they are not fire pump engines must comply with the emergency standard with the new non-road compression ignition engine with the part 604204 with the air pollutant same model year with the max engine power for 2007 model later emergency with the compression ignition internal combustion engine. Owners operative with fire pump with a displacement less than 30 liters per cylinder with the must comply with the emission standard with the table 4 subpart with the air pollutants. D. Owners operative with the emergency station compression ignition engines with a displacement greater than or equal to 30 liters per cylinder must meet with the requirements of the section for the engines installed prior to January 1st, 2012. The limited emission with the nitric oxide station air with the compression ignition internal combustion exhaust is the following: 17 grams of the kilowatt an hour with a max engine speed less than 130 RPM. 34 times maximum engine speed to the negative 10th, 2/10 heights over the horsepower an hour when the maximum engine speed 130 but less than 2,000 RPM with the maximum engine speed. 9.8 grams of the kilowatt an hour when the maximum engine speed of 2,000 RPMs or more. For engines installed after January 1st, 2012 with a limited emission for the nitric oxide with the stationary with the compression ignition internal combustion engine with the engine speed exhaust the following: 14.4 grams kilowatt hour with the maximum engine speed less than 130 RPMs. Alright, 33 times n to the 2300s, negative 2300 grams of the horsepower an hour with a maximum engine speed greater than or equal to the 130 but less than 2,000 RPM maximum engine speed. 7.7 grams kilowatt an hour with a maximum engine speed greater than or equal to the 2,000 RPM. Limited emission of the particle matter station compression internal and compression ignition internal combustion engine exhaust at 0.4 0.4 of the gram of the kilowatt an hour. Owners and operators of emergency situation compression ignition internal combustion engine with displacement less than 30 liters per cylinder will conduct performance tests and give the meets of the NTE standard that is indicated in 604212 of the owner's operated mouth of the reconstructed emergency stationary compression ignition compression engine internal combustion engine subject to the subpart with the must meet with the emission standards applicable to the model year maximum engine power with the displacement modified with the reconstruct with the compression ignition internal combustion engine. They are specified in paragraphs A through E of this section. That was Title 4 CFR 604205 with the emission of the values of the emergency engine if the owner of the operating station compression ignition internal combustion engine.